Nicola Sturgeon, by the time you stood down as leader, there was already a well-reported and growing scandal, and not least a police investigation around the finances of the SNP. Did you genuinely have no idea that at some point there was going to be a knock on the door?
Absolutely had no idea. I mean, I know people... I totally understand that people will look at the chronology of events now and think, she's not serious, but genuinely that is the case. And obviously I knew there was an investigation underway, but what transpired in that morning in April was, utterly shocking, utterly traumatic, and utterly unexpected. I was 8 days, I think, out of being First Minister. So I was in bed, I was asleep. And I was vaguely aware of Peter going downstairs. I think I was vaguely aware that the doorbell had rung or something. I can't remember that properly. And then literally the next thing I knew, I was up and the police were in my house and he was being arrested and they had a search warrant.
What was it like when you saw Peter being led away?
I don't really have a clear memory of that, because I think I'd gone upstairs to kind of get myself ready and so I don't really...
But the idea of him being taken out of your family home by the police...
So I don't know, and I genuinely don't know whether the fact that I don't have a clear image of that in my head is because I didn't witness it or that I have kind of somehow blocked it out. It wasn't until I got to my mum and dad's that I saw the pictures of my house looking like a murder scene, effectively. And yeah, it was just... Sorry, I'm just working out that it's really hard to articulate how I felt that day.
It's obviously affected you pretty deeply.
I had this sense of horror and upset and, the kind of shame of it all.
There was another clear punctuation point. You described Sunday, June the 11th, worst day of your life. You're arrested. You have to attend a police station. You're there for hours. To go from First Minister, this lauded female politician, to walking into a police station for questioning. How was that?
Horrific. I think part of me just closed down.
What did the police want to know?
I can't go into that
I know
right
it's
now.
very difficult.
I just can't. And I don't think you could air it even if I did, because these proceedings are still live, so I can't go into the detail of that.
Do you stand by that you knew nothing? There are people out there who, whatever you say, find it really hard to believe that. Here was the party leader, the party chief exec, married for years. They just can't believe that.
So the police themselves said they had, robustly, exhaustively, I can't remember the term they used, looked at all the evidence. If there had been any evidence that I had done anything that constituted a criminal offence, I wouldn't be sitting here right now having been cleared by the police.
How is Peter?
He is obviously going through something that is horrendously difficult for anybody, and he's coping with it and getting through it.
How is he coping?
I don't know. We're separated. It actually wouldn't be fair, because I don't know the answer to that question in the way that I might once have done.
Did you think there was an issue? That there was sometimes a sense that as a couple you were sort of invincible and untouchable? No, Alex Salmond said you should never have had that situation.
I've spent most of my life and most of my career thinking I'm not good enough, I have to do more to prove myself. So this idea that I ever, either in the context of my marriage or my individual career, ever thought I'm unbeatable, I'm invincible. And I don't think I've had a nanosecond in my life of thinking that.